is negativity, so too shall there be positivity. So yesterday I went over the whole flaws of the Touhou fandom and all the little nuances that really made me annoyed with some of the people who are like, you didn't get the fandom, but we're not going to talk about that today because I feel in a joyous mood. Okay, I'm not really. I'm suffering inside. But we're going to talk about the perks of the Touhou fandom. Now, I did a similar video to this a while back called The Appeal of the Touhou Fandom, The Amazing Appeal, whatever. But that was just a broad retrospective of Touhou in general. But today I want to talk about the fandom. Most importantly, the good beans, like my subscribers and my fellow Touhou content creators. You guys are amazing, and you're one of the reasons why the fandom is still alive to today. Because what a lot of people think is that, I've seen this comment plenty of times and it really annoys me. They're like, oh, Touhou isn't as big as it used to be, it's dying. No, Touhou hasn't ever died. It's stayed strong, especially in Japan, and it's been having a resurgence as of late, but it's never died. I don't know where people get this from. They're like, yeah, it's not as popular. Well, it's never been popular. It's like unpopular, unpopular, whatever. Everyone knows it, but don't know it. I made a video on that as well. Essentially, it's not dying, and the reason for that is the amazing fan artists, the musicians, all of that, and the people who are kind, courteous, and let's not forget, incredibly degenerate. I love you, my fellow degenerates. You're all awesome. But it is a good fandom to be in. A lot of fandoms are not fun. They're toxic, they're political, they're let's talk about the most stupid shit in the world, and it's just not any fun at all. And it gets old, and I get the fear that Touhou will become that, because that's what my previous video was about. It was like, oh, I've noticed these bad signs, it's not going to turn out well. But I think if we stick together and we cherish what makes Touhou Touhou, we have a chance of sticking out. There's a reason why this fandom has persisted so long without imploding. In fact, it may be oddly hipster of me to say, but I prefer when people discover Touhou through the memes and then come to the main meat and potatoes rather than Touhou just becoming mainstream in general. Like, I would love that to happen. Touhou deserves that. Zune deserves it. But it would also, like, you know, make it a target for people who ne'er-do-wells, I suppose, who, like, look, there are people who go into a fandom not because they like the thing, but because they want to destroy it, and those people are not welcome in any fandom, and that isn't gatekeeping. That's being a fucking human being and going, hey, don't ruin this for the rest of us. We're gonna let people in who actually want to. Gatekeeping is where no one's allowed in. We're a select group, so keep that in mind. What I'm saying is that when it comes to the Touhou fandom's perks, it's close-knit, compassionate, kind, understanding, and even though we may have different opinions, like, okay, so, like, some of us might like fanon more, others like canon more, and we may not agree, there's nothing wrong with that. We're allowed to disagree. Canon isn't superior to fanon. I've never said that. I just like correcting misinterpretations and all that to people who are outside the fandom, who may only know characters from memes and stuff. But basically, if you're a starting artist and you want to get started and you want to make money, Touhou. As long as you don't claim the character as your own, you can do what you want. Learn how to draw Cherno in a million different ways, and make money off that, because Zune allows that. Same with music. You want to practice? Toby Fox did that. He practiced with Touhou music. Got big on Touhou music. Well, he didn't get big, but you know what I mean. He got his start and learned a lot with Touhou. If you want to practice games, you can use Touhou as your practice and even make money off it. What I'm saying is that Touhou has a lot of opportunities for becoming big as a creator. Even me as a YouTube creator, I don't have to worry about copyright. it's phenomenal. Like, sure, there might be some bad egg who's like, excuse me, I did a cover of the Touhou song you used in that video, so it belongs to me. It doesn't, but they might try that, in which case, screw them, they're ruining it for the rest of us. But what I'm saying is that Touhou is a great avenue for creators, and it's a fun discussion area for people who like folklore, who like yokai, who like pretty girls, I guess. So it is a genuinely wholesome place, and it has so many opportunities. So while there are flaws, and I acknowledge these, there are so many more perks. So don't look at my other video and think, oh, this guy thinks Touhou's going downhill or it's going to be bad. No. Exactly the opposite. There's a reason why I made that video, because I'm like, okay, Touhou is amazing and we can't let it fall. We won't let it fall. It'll be awesome. And what I'm saying is, if you're an aspiring anything, give Touhou a shot. Even if you're not into the lore per se, practice drawing Touhou characters. Sell at Comic-Con. You can make money off that. Isn't it amazing? You'd be like, draw Chirno. This is my drawing of Chirno, $10. People would buy that. You'd be totally legally in the clear because of how Touhou works. So what I'm saying is that it's a welcome place for creative people to get their start. And if you used it as a springboard, I would not blame you at all. As long as you don't look down on other Touhou fans and see it as what it is, like a benefit to your career, go for it, because that is, I love for Touhou to help people make a living and to help them kickstart their careers. So yeah, if you're passing on through and you don't know what Touhou is, hopefully this video sheds some light on it. And if you are a Touhou fan, hopefully this sheds some light on how wholesome the fandom is, especially if you're on like the outskirts and you're afraid of like getting more engaged. Most of us don't bite. We're kind of chill, so give us a shot, okay? Until next time.